Black Adam TV spot releases, well, a TV spot called Darkness. Wow. Well, right off the bat, one of the more interesting images that come out of it is Dr. Fate. And there's Pierce Brosnan in the suit. He's probably wearing one of those motion capture suits, and the rest of it's all the fancy CGI stuff, you know. And especially considering he's Dr. Fate, all kinds of sorcery and magic shenanigans around that guy. But in the previous teasers and trailers and whatnot, you'd get glimpses of Dr. Fate, but for the most part with Pierce Brosnan, you would just see him when Dr. Fate takes his helmet off, then it's Pierce Brosnan in a basic, suit and tie and all that, looking all very professorial, not Professor X. Giggle. But anyway, so that's it's a good scene to see him in the actual suit. He is Dr. Fate. And so that's a nice little touch there. Then you get a scene of Hawkman smacking down Black Adam. Because in the earlier teasers and whatnot, it's quite the opposite. But I'm guessing this is the first hit. He comes flying in and knocks him for a loop. And, kind of catches him off guard. He didn't quite know what this guy was going to do, although looked kind of obvious to me, So he gets to put some smackdown on him. And away he goes. Yeah, and then, there's a scene with the Atom Smasher coming up from behind him. Hey, Rock, don't look now, but, and probably put some smackdown on him as well, as the Atom Smasher has made himself giant. Because there is a scene of him pounding someone into the ground, and I would assume it was Black Adam, and looks like it is. He's, getting all electrified here. And Atom Smasher is going to pound him into the ground. But Adam, your name is Atom Smasher, but it's Adam with a T, not a D. Giggle, tee-hee, giggle. There's a scene of Cyclone on the ground looking around, bewildered and whatnot, but that's not a whole lot else there. Then there's a couple of scenes which appears to be, and it's been mentioned that the Intergang will make an appearance somehow, some way through the plot. I'm guessing they're part of the people who are unwittingly release Black Adam. There's all those scenes where they fire on him and stuff like that in this tomb-like construction or what have you. And I'm thinking that's part of the gang there. The Intergang with Mannheim as their leader, he's been cast. So the interesting thing there is that in the comics, Intergang has connections to Apocalypse with Darkseid. And they have all this fancy weaponry, and gee, where are they getting that? Well, they're getting it from another world, and so that's an interesting little nugget and entry as part of the DCEU. So whatever happens, however they pursue this, provided these movies make bank, then I think eventually they will get back to the new gods at some point or another, and there will be a confrontation with Darkseid. But part of the deal with the Intergang scenes here, there's another scene beyond this Hulk slap he does. He just claps his hands, and it's not, that's not just for the Hulk. But anyway, he drops a guy from the sky, one of the Intergang guys, and he just drops him from way up in the sky. And that's pretty standard for Black Adam. He doesn't mess around, and that's kind of the point of this TV spot. The JSA says, "Hey, we're demanding your peaceful surrender," and he says, "I don't surrender, and I'm not peaceful." And then there's what is it? Topaz or Adriana Topaz, the girl in there who becomes, that Egyptian goddess that you're not supposed to say her name anymore because of some nasty group. Yeah. I don't know if she does that in this movie, but that's the character who does. But she's giving the line of dialogue, he can go where you superheroes can't because of his darkness. So that's the theme of it. Because he's willing to kill, and superheroes are not. So you can make that of it which you will. But that's the deal for him. Now, finally, the little scene that's gotten everything stirred up. And there are people claiming, yes, this is exactly what it is. All it is, though, is Black Adam in a different scene, because the other scenes look to be daytime scenes, whereas this one looks to be nighttime, wherever he is. And he gives the line, "Nobody on this planet can stop me." Okay. People are saying that this is his confrontation with Superman. And that the Superman, played by Henry Cavill, his response is, well, I'm not from... It's something along the lines of, it's a good thing I'm not from this planet, or I'm not from this planet, or something along those lines. And that's the line. And I don't know if that's meant to be the teaser at the end or what have you, because before this, the screen test leaks was that there was a scene with Superman and Amanda Waller, where Amanda Waller is talking to him about this Black Adam character and that he's a threat and all this sort of stuff. And then you get a glimpse of Superman, and there you go. And then until, recent the main trailer that came out, didn't really know for sure if she was in it. And there she was in the trailer, so, whoa, oh, oh. Apparently, even hiring the Justice Society, or contracting them, however you want to put it, to deal with this problem. And so it stood to reason that, I bet this is true. There really is some scene as to where it was just a body double or whatnot. This typical, so far, of Superman in the DCEU as it is now. But if they worked out a deal, then Henry Cavill could slip in and do the scene to set up at some future date, some confrontation with Black Adam and Superman. So there's people claiming they've heard that, yes, that's what this is. Well, we'll know shortly. But others suggest, hey, look, Hawkman is an alien too, so he could be the one giving him the line. And that could be all it is, and that's true. It could be. I'm guessing they're going with the alien version, or the combination of the two. Originally he was reincarnated, then he was an alien, then they combined the two. He's both an alien and a reincarnated Pharaoh and all this stuff. So, so either way, he's not of this earth. Not completely, anyway. So it could be that. Because it sounds like that would be the comeback to this line that he's delivering there. But, they really need Superman back, and it would give them quite the boost. The excitement of Henry Cavill's return as Superman, and then quickly burn rubber to get a Superman film out as fast as possible. There's bubbling talk of they're going to have to sell the company yet again with another merger. It looks like Comcast is interested in them, but they can't do anything until 2024. So there's 2 years they've got to polish this thing up if they want to sell it again, because the debt is massive. And even a relatively successful run of these films, I say they're all major hits, it may not be enough. And so and the problem there is just that kind of shenanigans is just like it just can't catch a break. And that's what's really troubling and sad about it all. So I don't know that 2 years is enough, but go for broke, get Superman out there. And there's plenty of Superman stories. You've got decades of stories for you to adapt to your films. And to make a good one, I would prefer they do a Superman versus Brainiac story. And again, you could weave that into an overall narrative with Darkseid and all that type of stuff. And you'd be fine. And with Marvel teetering at the moment and kind of flailing about, this is your opportunity. So hopefully that's exactly what this is. That Henry Cavill as Superman will be there, and then full steam ahead for Superman films. Fine for him to be set up to take on Black Adam and stuff like that. That's great. Get busy on Superman. That could be your foundational character, as it should be, of your DC cinematic universe. Yeah. You could take that all the way to the bank. Yeah. Anyway, there we go. It's interesting. It's cool for a DC Comics fan like myself to see all these characters come to life and stuff like that. But that in and of itself is not enough for the overall movie audience. And but the thing is like within a week of its opening, the first week, and then there's no Superman in it. It's just going to drop off. Even if the movie itself is cool, maybe it can struggle through, but it wouldn't. That kind of letdown, it could hurt it, even if it's unfair, because the movie in and of itself is not bad. It might be pretty good, but them's the breaks. That's the situation we're in, and we'll just have to see how that works out. So anyway, some interesting, brief little scenes from this TV spot, and thought it was interesting.